Why don't you start tap dancing and juggling?
We have a muted fox in the room.
He said he bailed. He said he wasn't feeling it because he just got home. I don't know what he's doing here.
Well, I wouldn't be up for a fucking night on the radio after fucking hanging out in the hospital.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube stream. I didn't think we were
Well,
gonna do YouTube. I'm too ugly for YouTube.
I'm not going to be on video.
Okay. You will do it. You'll use a pretty avatar in the video stream, something like a pumpkin or a rutabaga, bottle of maple syrup. It's got to be a beaver holding a goose and a pancake, or a bottle of maple syrup or something. I don't know. Peas on time.
I have been trying to get in touch with him for the last hour and a half.
He's out in his fucking Jeep, his big bullhorn Jeep,
He
wrangling,
was down for it earlier. No.
wrangling the fucking ladies.
Bitches love Jeeps.
They do. I can't actually argue that, man. Fucking, even up here in fucking Truckistan, fucking, like, at least I'm gonna say slightly more than half of the Jeeps I see on the road are driven by women. Like up to 60%.
Yep.
But like not like good ones. Like they're always like some like stupid fucking Patriot or one of those like, you know, Jeep in name but Kia in body style sort of things. Like or like those big like needle dick Patriots and stuff. You'll see like this really tiny woman driving like the most testosterone fueled fucking Jeep you've ever seen in your life.
Well, you don't know about Jeeps until you ride in somebody's Jeep. Is they have like the Jeep salute. Like if you're in a Jeep and you pass another Jeep, you like signal to each other.
Why?
Just
Never did that.
you know that those faggots. Like I don't know.
I had an '87 YJ a long time ago, and honestly, it looked really cool, but it was probably one of the biggest pieces of shit to drive. Like it was stiff and fucking bumpy and loud and fucking cold, and it wasn't that good on gas. But it looked cool. I'll give it that. I'm like, yeah, this fucking thing looks awesome. It was red, fucking black, and honestly, it was a piece of shit. And I'll never own another one.
Well, I've been trying to hit up some people because right now it's just me and you. It's the Fidelis Corporation.
Fidelis Corporation, the behind the scenes at Fidelis. It's our biannual roundup. Biannual, biannual.
The Trans Annual Roundup.
Transannual roundup. If it had a graphic, it'd be like the trans anal with like the little pointing with the missing U for annual. Huh?
The Trans Siberian Anus. Well, I'm hitting up. I hit up Scalpod. He said he'd do it. He's funny.
All right. Well, we got a minute to go. I don't know what to do. I don't even. I don't have the time for the show music or anything on these computers. So it's
Oh,
just gonna be like a dry start. We're just gonna like fall out of space onto the radio.
we'll do it a cappella.
I don't sing. There's a scalpod. All right. Ready to do this?
Hold on, let me switch my cans.
All right. I'll even record it. Like I didn't do the last time we did this because I'm an idiot. Uh-oh. Fidd said he was changing his cans. There we go.
All right.
Now you done stepped in it.
I'm trying to turn on my motherfucking. My motherfucking. How do I get this on speaker?
There we go. Now we can actually record. I was wondering why I wasn't getting anything over here. Bouncing microphone. All right.
God damn it in half.
God damn it, all in half.
In total, in half.
So that's it. That's your live, guys. This is the impromptu.
We're the second
late.
stringers.
Oh, are we on the show?
This is
Has
Shoe.
the show started?
Show has started. Scalpod's a tad quiet though.
Galpod,
okay.
sing the Ukrainian national anthem so Ellis can test your levels.
Putin suck my dick.
That was better.
Maybe I can adjust things on my end.
Ah,
Probably
fuck.
if I just try a little harder.
My audio's fucked.
It is quite loud.
I'm loud. Let me turn down I'm on auto.
I volunteered to do a sound check. I said I would be available in the hour before showtime to iron out these kinds of wrinkles, but
Well, that didn't happen.
All right, I'll go back to my shitty sounding
I
cans.
didn't think it was going to happen. I mean, I put it out there, but I didn't have much faith.
All right, we're going.
I'm just going to get this microphone nice and right in my gullet. And I think that'll
Well, you
probably
sound
work.
good now.
Okay, good.
Oh, I found it. There we go. Could we just do a sound check for an hour and then call it a day?
For the next hour, sure.
Hey, everybody!
And then we could call that
Believe
hour
it
a
or
day.
not, you are listening to an episode of Time for the Show. Which episode are you listening to?
This
Well,
this
that's
is an
up to you to
auxiliary
figure
episode.
out. We're not going to tell you, but I'll give you a hint. It's this one.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm Fidd Chuli, and there's Doc Ellis over there, and there's Scalpod down there, and this is it. This is technically an episode of Time for the Show.
This
So
is
give
one of-
yourselves a big round of applause for tuning in. Go ahead, you've earned it.
It's not the show you wanted, but it's the show you deserve.
semi-inflated for your enjoyment.
Yeah. So Dr. Fox will probably be back next week. He was,
The prognosis was that good?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of you know he was incapacitated, but he's back home and he's okay. It was a wild ride. Not sure what was going on at first, but it turns out we finally got a diagnosis, and turns out Dr. Fox stubbed his penis.
Stubbed his penis again.
On the roof of his mouth? How did that happen?
Well, not this time. So what had happened was Dr. Fox was just playing a game of b-ball outside of school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in the neighborhood. And
Were these the people that you'd meet?
he turned around to run, and he stubbed his penis right there on the.
He's never been one to back down from ne'er-do-wells.
Well, it's a great way to get out of a fight. You know, you can talk really big. Oh yeah, man, I'm going to kick your fucking ass, and then just pretend to stub your penis, like, ugh. You know,
and that's it. It's like fights off, everybody. He stubbed his penis. Didn't you see it?
You put on a pair of fake glasses, and then you go, "You wouldn't hit a man who just stubbed his penis, would you?" And it works every time. So congratulations. Get well soon, Dr. Fox's stubbed penis. The show is for you, Dr. Fox's stubbed penis.
Yep. And
it's
for you alone.
Injury.
Well, it happens to the best of us, you know.
Yes.
And then it also happens to Dr. Fox.
And him. And also him. That's right. So, what's on the itinerary, guys? Did you prepare your blind eyes and your news segments and
our is it a bands?
Yeah.
Well, Martha was supposed to be here. I was figuring maybe she would know something of the outside world and be useful for a news segment, but she is not. So there is.
She and Aster 6. It's the ladies that have all the news.
They seem to give a shit. I don't get it. Like, I don't.
They seem to.
I don't know. They look outside.
I don't know if I buy it.
I look
really,
outside and look away. I'm like, nope, had enough. Yeah.
I can't wait to see.
Like, because like I live in Honkistan right now. Like literal fucking Honkistan. I live in the actual fucking country of fucking Honkistan, and it's beautiful.
Are you just like surrounded by goose turds? It's like a minefield, stretching off to infinity in all directions of just nothing but goose turds.
The most surrealistic minefield of the most magnificent fucking goose turds I have seen in this country in my lifetime. Like, it went from Hong Kong to I don't know. I don't know what it is I live in anymore.
Let me just ask you this: can you still at least go and throw your car battery in the ocean? Will they still at least allow you to do that?
I'm pretty sure physics would allow it, but I'm sure there's some kind of a new sanction where car batteries in oceans are no longer an acceptable form of recycling. But I will continue my best to deliver all of my used car batteries to one of the two oceans touching my fucking country, because fuck AutoZone and their core fees. Electric eels gotta fucking eat.
Praise Neptune.
Praise fucking Neptune.
You know, the ocean's about 25 miles away from me, so I just throw my used car batteries in the puddles in the street around my neighborhood.
Just hope they'll get carried all the way.
It's technically an ocean. I mean, how do you draw the line between an ocean and a puddle? There's no.
How big of a land break do you?
There's going to be a hurricane by the end of the week that'll get it to the ocean anyway.
The way I see it, if I put a goldfish in a puddle on the street, it's now technically an ocean. There's a fish in it. And then I smash the fish with the car battery.
It's terraforming with Fidd Chuli.
Terraforming.
So Scalpod,
yeah,
we've had our eyes on you for a while, Ellis and I.
I know.
As you may know,
I really like your socks.
I want you watching me.
Well,
I get off on that kind of thing.
The Fidelis Corporation has many eyes, and yeah, we've had hours on you.
All the better to poke you in.
And
more eyelids.
Well, I was talking to Ellis, and I was like, we've got a good thing going here. The Fidelis Corporation is burning strong. But what about this guy Scalpod? He seems like he's got the goods, right? And then Ellis, he pointed out to me that it would really be hard to work your name into the name of the company there. Fidelis, it's just got such a nice ring to it.
No, what you do is you just do S period Fidelis, and then everybody assumes you're associated with the Marines, and really it's just us.
Fidelis?
S period, like as in Semper Fidelis, but you just do the S period as an acronym for Scalpod, and then Fidelis. But everybody just sees S period Fidelis, and their brain immediately fills in Semper Fidelis. They think, oh, it's a Marine thing.
There we go. Get the Navy vote in on that. I like that.
I'm on probation. I can't be caught up in any stolen valor right now.
What? No, wait a second.
It's not.
They never proved that valor was stolen.
It's not even implied.
You found that valor fair and square.
It's mistaken.
Lying on the street. That was just ground score valor.
This is like Kanye West. It's like if people keep saying he's a god, then he's a god.
I mean, it's not like you strangled that homeless veteran to take his valor.
You may
have strangled him to take his meth, but not his valor. I mean, come on. Let's get serious.
Valor isn't something you can actually take from a homeless person.
From a homeless person. You make a good point. My blind eye this week is veterans. You know why?
I knew it. I knew it. There's some part of me that knew it.
If you didn't bring enough valor to share with the rest of the class, then don't bring it.
Well, here's my take on it. Valor is something that you win in a time of war, of conflict, right? Between nations of people. It's something that you earn on the battlefield. So if there's not a legitimate battle going on, there's no legitimate way to earn valor for anybody in the economy. So if it's a valor-based economy, you have to have a conflict for someone to be able to go out and accrue more valor. It's not a bottomless well here.
So the Ukraine's just like a valor foundry right now.
Well, it's not a renewable resource, valor. I mean, it only happens when people are being brave because other people are being douchebags.
The Ukraine
so everybody has to come together to make it work.
It's not a zero-sum game, valor.
No, it's not.
That's okay. We'll see who's laughing after the Space Force goes into the Ukraine. Right, guys?
Space Force.
Are they gonna launch them down in like space troopers, like Starship Trooper style, like in suits of high-tech armor that disintegrate, like an outer shell that disintegrates on re-entry as they come down in and they land, and they have like small, like 1 to maybe 5 kiloton nukes on their backs that they can launch can go, just maybe 10, 15, 20 miles, nothing crazy, but like
they're going to launch them from Russia all the way into space and all the way back down to the Ukraine because it's for that dramatic entrance.
I just think maybe people are being misled about Space Force. That's my only concern. I think there's going to be a lot of people who think that Space Force, they're going to sign up for Space Force thinking that it's going to be some like Robert Heinlein bullshit, but really and they have that in mind, and then they get there, and then they're like, okay, we need you to track this debris that, is in orbit.
Yeah, what kind of a branch of the military has nobody that's ever died for their country?
They should go. They should fight. They should fight wars on the moon.
I sure wish they would. It would be great if we could just get them to move it all up there.
And then they should put it on Proline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And we could like put it on like a premium cable network or something.
We should have like actual space battles
to watch the moon war, the ever ongoing moon war, and who's winning that week.
That'd be awesome because then we get space junk eventually. Shit start.
It could be like It could be like BattleBots. The whole time I just been hoping and wishing and working secretly behind the scenes, seemingly to no avail, to get BattleBots to raise the level of, like where we can just do away with all of the war and we can just. Oh, what was the movie? There was the movie.
Well, we need war.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I know we need war. Absolutely.
War.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not advocating for getting rid of war.
Valve.
That's just stupid. That's just, that's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, war is like an itchy ball sack. It doesn't feel good, but if it wasn't there, then you'd never have an excuse to itch your balls.
Balls.
All right.
I need an excuse, but it is nice. Robot
All right.
Jocks. That's the movie I was thinking of. There we go. Robot Jocks. Stuart Gordon.
Robot Jocks. I remember that.
Stuart Gordon movie. Who could have ever guessed that Stuart Gordon would be involved? Yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was like, it's like, well, we're going to do away with war and we're just going to have giant mech. We're just going to have a fight between two giant mech robots. It's like Pacific Rim, like 20 years before Pacific Rim.
I don't trust anybody named
No kaiju. It's just like Pacific Rim and Doctor Strangelove.
No, I'm sorry. You lost me at Stewart. I don't trust anybody named Stewart.
People who have the double first name. Yeah,
they're not as bad as the people with two last names, though.
That's pretty freaking awful. Yes.
No. Oh yeah. And then there's the dudes that have the last name for a first name and a first name for a last name. I knew a guy named Derringer Scott.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's going to fuck with every bureaucrat that person ever comes into contact with.
Fuck you, dude. If you're out there, Derringer Scott, if you're listening, fuck you.
It's a pretty great name, though. I knew a guy when I lived in England, and I had a couple of friends. One was Tarquin Withington. This is a real person. Don't go look him up.
No, I think he's a linebacker on the Seattle Seahawks.
Sounds about right. Especially if Key and Peele were involved in the recruiting process.
Oh, come on!
I knew a Tarquin Withington. I also knew a Giles Hawthorne Thwaite.
A Giles.
Hawthorne.
See, once again, another guy with a last name for a first name can't be trusted. They need to be shipped off to a
He's got
camp.
A last name, first name, a last name for a middle name, and a last name for a last name.
Yeah, come on, buddy.
Names. Come on.
You must have a really small dick. Tiny dick. That's all I hear.
Surname.
Hi, my name is Tiny Dick, Tiny Dick, Tiny Dick.
I dubbed him surname. I said, in the name of St. George and St. Michael and St. George Michael, wham, and then I hit him over the head.
Best black name for a guy that I've actually met in person. Sir. His first name was Sir.
That is,
and, we didn't know. Everybody called him Bryant Randall because that was what we thought his name was, Bryant Randall. And then the yearbook comes out, and right next to his fucking mug, it says Sir Bryant Randall. Wait a second.
Was he a knight the entire time? And we
Did you get knighted in the 8th grade? No, turns out that was his first name, Sir. Well played, Sir
SIR.
Bryant Randall's parents.
SIR.
Well played.
Huh? No weird spelling or anything, just SIR.
But he left all that money on the table because he went by Bryant Randall when he could have forced the teachers to call him sir.
Sure. The teachers,
Come on,
his
man.
friends, his parents, everybody in society.
Give that up. Even when they're like telling you to go to the office, like, go to the office. Go to the office what? Sir. That's right. I don't know why I mean, to have such a gift.
That's talk about the ultimate, like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the golden ticket. He was given the golden ticket, and he blew it. He fucking blew it. What a dickhead.
Yeah. Fuck you, Sir Bryant Randall, and fuck you, Derringer Scott.
Sir. Fuck
yeah,
you, sir.
fuck you, sir.
You get nothing. Good day, sir. You lose. You fail to even try to steal fizzy lifting drink because you're a fucking pussy.
All right, you guys ready to play Is It a Band?
Do you have band names?
Are we really playing?
Yeah, I'm ready, but we gotta do the theme song first. And a one and a climb for the hoe. Climb for the hoe. All right. You guys ready to play?
Yes.
All right. Yes or no? Is it a band? Go.
No. I said it
Go?
first.
Yes, it is a band.
Ellis says no. Scoutpod says yes. Ooh.
I'm specifically saying go.
I got my answer in first. So
I don't even know if I'm answering the right question.
The question is it a band?
No.
Right, and then you said go. So I was assuming go was the name of the band that we were.
No, it's too easy if you get the name in advance. You have to guess first, and then that's how we do that, right?
No, I had this game all wrong the entire
guessed
time.
First.
All right.
He
well,
first, so he wins. I mean, it's all about who guesses first. It's not whether you guess correctly or not. It's about the speed with which you guessed.
Yeah, it's like Jeopardy.
It's exactly like Jeopardy.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you guys, you both lost. Doc Ellis, you said no. Scalpod, you said yes. You're both wrong because I didn't tell you the name of the band, and you both guessed anyway. I was the only one that reserved my guess because there was not enough information to make an informed decision.
As a member, an employee of the Broadcasting Corporation, aren't you like disallowed from competing in the game itself? Like, isn't that like standard bylaws that are written into these kind of things?
It's not a conflict of interest because I didn't know what the name of the band was either.
Nobody does, because you still haven't given it.
Well, you already lost because you guessed, and I didn't even say what the name was.
Oh,
I was the only one that didn't guess, and so therefore I am the wisest of all.
Because that's going to really be ironic.
The Oracle at Delphi said I was the wisest because I did not guess whether or not it was a band. And neither one of you asked either. You just fired off.
Oh, now you've changed Is It a Band into it's like war games. It's like the only way to win is to not play.
Well, the only way to not die of AIDS is to not butt fuck my terrier. But that ship has sailed for me.
How did your terrier get AIDS?
His terrier.
Oh, we're saving that for the second half of the show, Ellis. I don't want to get into it yet.
Okay.
Teaser. That's what you call a teaser? It keeps them listening. Yeah. You got to retain that membership.
Teasers, you got to do the callbacks.
I'm getting an echo.
We're all professionals here, right?
Professional what? Oh my God, I gotta stop. I cracked myself up.
Oh, that was glorious. I wish it could have gone on all night.
Whoa,
I mean, I would have dropped out after about another 5 or 6 minutes, but I wish it could.
I will do that
well into the night while I was sleeping soundly.
I will do that for the next 35 straight minutes. Do not fucking tempt me, Scalp.
I don't know.
I've exhibited other displays of retarded stamina before. Why at X
it's like chimpanzee level of stamina.
Chimpanzee.
You know, it's like several Rhode Islands worth of stamina.
Well, those of you that attended the last X Day saw me do my my world famous shame on me routine.
The shame shtick.
Yeah.
The shtick that quite literally goes on for as many as there are numbers.
Shtick that keeps on giving.
Actually, that was actually my worst demonstration of that because I've done it a few times before. But in this case, I was, tripping, And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get up there. I'm going to do shame on me. It's going to be great. I'll be able to go forever because I'm tripping. It's going to be great. Right? I got to about like 71 and started immediately feeling self-conscious and thinking everybody who is hating me out in the audience, the lights are in your face. Like, you can't see what the people are doing. So
silly, especially because everyone was hating you.
Yeah, but I want them to hate me on my
they were
terms.
for sure really hating your.
No, they were.
There were like icy cold needles of hate being projected from their eyeballs. But the most important thing is that you were able to blow that off and then keep going anyway. And that, my friend, is why I stay the fuck away from you.
Is that it?
It's one of the reasons. That's the primary reason, if I'm really put on the spot.
Yeah, it wasn't the best one. But I want the people to hate me on my terms, not on their terms.
You have my respect for that. It's not
and hopefully a little bit of your hatred.
A lot. Absolutely every single morsel, every iota, every atom of my hatred. Yes, without a doubt.
All right, you guys ready to do the news?
What's happening? What's happening, Raj?
Okay. Today's headlines. Nothing. Apparently nothing's really happening in the world.
The whole 24-hour period came and went. Nothing of note happened anywhere.
No.
Not today. Tune in next week. Maybe something somewhere in the world.
Nothing.
Maybe there will be a singular event that occurs. But yeah, this week,
don't get your hopes too high.
It hasn't already
really
happened.
Yeah, exactly. What could possibly go wrong that hasn't already gone wrong?
Well, feel free to just make up a headline and throw it out there, guys. I mean, we got time to fill.
Wait,
remember, this show is for
Dr.
Fox.
I thought we were going to talk about news.
Penis.
Now we have to make the news and talk about the news. So we got to do literally all of the fucking work. We have to make the news and then talk about the news we just made.
Remember,
in from Twitter, Donald Trump revenge step fucks Hunter Biden's step grandmother.
Oh, that's my move.
That's a power move. That's a Fidd Julie power move for sure.
Well, we're halfway in and nobody's revenge fucked anybody yet. So I figured.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, lock up your step-grandmothers because Fidd Julie is in town and he's feeling vengeful.
Lock them up.
Step-grandmothers.
It's 4:20 a.m. Do you know where your step-grandmother is?
Yeah, her head's stuck in the dryer like every Thursday.
Tapioca pudding and Earl Grey tea.
Well, we're going to go to the phone soon. We've already screened out the first 22 callers. So, you know, if
only 22. I'm kind of surprised.
Well, you know the contest, the 23rd caller.
That's because only 22 called.
Yeah. This isn't the heyday anymore where we used to get triple dig, quad dig, Now it's just double dig. But, quality, quantity, fuck them both. I don't need either one of them.
Why not both?
Oh, wait, we are getting a call.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Ellis and Scalpod talk to each other for a minute so I can type stuff.
He's getting, the red light must be flashing on the
well, I don't understand how does this phone work if he's got to type into sounds more like a text.
Yes, or he's communicating with like an old teletype
like a
system.
Ouija board phone?
It could very well be. Yes.
That's right. If you go ahead and call into the show, if you're number caller 23, you get to spit right on my butthole on Easter. Get to dialing.
Of all of your options for participating in the show, whether it be via chat and Discord or, on the air, doing so via Ouija board is definitely my favorite. There's very little interference. Your message is absolutely guaranteed to get through.
That phone number again is 2-1-4-7-4-8-3-4-9-0-9-8-9-7-4-6-0-5-1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1-1.
And if your message doesn't get through, it's probably because you're applying too much pressure to the planchette.
Is there an extension to that?
6.
There we go. So.
Get it? Extension 6. That was my I did a sci-fi porn movie where I played a robot that was like Johnny 5.
It was like
but I was extension 6.
It was a prequel to Sense8.
Wait, what the fuck? What was that?
Well, it was a prequel to Sense8 and 7. People didn't know. You're a revolutionary. You probably didn't even know. That's how ahead of the game you are. You're ahead of yourself.
Oh, caller, you are
is it
live
unmuted
on the radio.
Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
No, we can't. We can't hear you.
Caller 23 is here.
Caller, turn up your radio. Actually, you're fine. Hey, welcome, caller. Guess what? You won the contest. You get to spit directly into the center of my butthole on Easter this year. What do you got to tell the people about that? How do you feel?
Well, I've been training for this a long time, and I'm just really glad that all of this has paid off in the end. You know, I
In
just
my
Don't embarrass us. Don't embarrass us. That's all I want to say.
It's just been such a long time coming. It's something I've dreamt about since I was a child, and now it's really coming true. It's actually coming true. I tell you, Fidd, I couldn't be more happy, and I couldn't be more happy that it's you.
Well, you earned it, caller 23, by being our 23rd caller on time for the show tonight.
It's what I do.
What's your favorite softcore porn?
D'etre.
That you got to answer the trivia question though. What's your favorite softcore porn, caller 23?
Favorite softcore?
We're gonna check your browser history. So
softcore?
No lying.
Definitely panties.
Panties.
Panties, yeah. Big old fan of the white cotton myself. You know, everyone wants to go super fancy, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at my lacy G-string made of silky purple material." It's like, nah, just get some white cotton. Just, you know, like not granny panties or anything, but like a modest cut, on a, you know.
You want that Sears catalog underwear?
Yeah, like Sears catalog, exactly. You know, you're a product of what you grew up with, Fidd.
Exactly. It's
you just
lying
out after Rumspringa, didn't you?
Easy, quick reference.
I tend to agree with you there, caller 23. Although I was with this chick once and had lacy panties, and at first I was like, whatever. Then she turned around.
Yeah.
Butt flap with buttons.
Oh, now you're
Like unions?
On
now
the
you're
lacy
talking.
panties.
Wait a second. They were
now
union
you're talking.
Panties?
Buttons or snaps?
Union panties.
Oh no, these were tungsten buttons on the back of the lacy panties, one on each side, and then there was even one stitched on the inside of the band, you know, for in case she broke one.
Yeah,
for
that's
extra support.
Well, hey,
yeah,
that's just sensible.
Yep. I immediately just came right on the ceiling as soon as I saw that. And long story short, we didn't have sex. I didn't get laid that night.
you're welcome. Now, you know, so I actually I made a limited number of Hypercube Don't Think panties, but apparently I under or overestimated the generousness of our female subgenius compatriots, and I guess they were just the wrong size for everybody. So I just gave them to Dr. Fox.
Well, you
I was
can't
sending them out for free to anyone that wanted them, but apparently there's just not a whole lot of whatever size they were out there.
You can't spell
so
Arby's.
let this be known. I mean, if anybody's questioning why Doc Fox is wearing those panties and has so many of them,
it's because he just
It's just because I mean they were
given to him. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, come on.
Couldn't get rid of them. But the way that I saw it, you know, like, because you're sitting there ordering the raw materials at some point to make these things. And I just ordered the size that would fit the kind of caboose that I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that was just a little too big for some girls and a little too small for others. I don't know. It's like one of those weird in-between jean sizes that you can never find at the store. It's like a 33 length. It's not 32. It's not 34.
32 and 7/16. Good times. Did you send one off to your girl, Chanel?
You mean Chantel?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the second time you've made that mistake, dude. Her name is Chantel.
Well, 1,000 pardons, caller 23. I didn't mean to take the name of your mistress in vain.
Yes, she got a pair because she is that mysterious 33 length that isn't supposed to exist but does.
For those of you just joining the show, Chanel is
Chantel.
Chantel.
And what's the name of the children's show that she hosts?
Well, you'll just have to look that up for yourself. You can't even remember her name.
She's named. It's Charmin. She's named after the shit that I wiped the shit off of my shithole with. Right.
Well, shit.
By the way,
I'm just saying. We never got back to you. What's your favorite softcore porn then?
Oh, everybody knows.
You a feet guy?
This is ground well tread. Everybody knows my top 5 softcore porns. Okay, it's Emmanuel in space. Emmanuel saves Easter. Emmanuel goes to prison.
And then Medea 1 and 2. I gotcha.
Yep. And then, yeah.
I can see that. I mean, it makes sense.
And then
after
Medea
knowing you a little
becomes
bit.
a Catholic. Medea becomes a Catholic, I think, is a strong number 5.
You know what the best line in that movie was when she goes, "Oh Lord."
The melding of the Medea and the Emmanuel universes.
Wow.
Cinematically, from a storytelling perspective alone, I mean, really, it was just like a genius move. I mean,
yeah, that was in.
Get the fuck out of here, Marvel. Fuck off, DC.
Move?
Just like, Frank Herbert, shove it up your ass.
Samuel Beckett, suck it.
World
more
building.
Like Samuel Suck It. Am I right? Because Samuel Beckett.
I'm not familiar. I haven't read it,
waiting for Godot.
Before you accuse me, take a suck on my dick. Yeah, I think that's my number 6 favorite softcore porn of all time. Emmanuel Saves Racism, where she scissors Medea.
Yeah. And Medea's all like, "Oh Lord."
And Emmanuel's all like, "It's true, black women really do have bigger vaginas. It's not just a stereotype."
Anymore. Yep, it's not.
Anymore.
Black vagina. It's not just for breakfast anymore.
Move over, Bacon. Make way for something meatier.
You said meteor.
Yep.
All right.
Wait, meteor or her asteroid?
No. I'm just not even going to.
I have to sit on a cushion because of my asteroid.
There's only going to be 7 planets left in the solar system after I wreck Uranus.
Wow. Hold on a second. Everybody stop talking. I need a minute to digest this. Wow. That's so funny.
Is it
funny? It's so
Is
funny.
it caller? Is it caller? It's funny because Pluto isn't a planet anymore.
I just want to say you guys deserve each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming as an outsider in this situation, observing all of this behavior, you deserve each other. I'm making a note of it right here on my notepad. Carry on.
True story. I punched Caller in his bare penis in front of Dr. Fox's house about 3 years ago.
That's true, actually. That's a true story.
Penis.
That's an absolutely true story.
3 years ago.
He whipped it out.
Like 2018.
He whipped it out thinking he was going to be funny. And I'm like, well, shit, how do I top that? I'm not going to whip
what's
mine
funnier,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if I just gave him the old Widowmaker?
Just suck him, just right there. Just have it land in your mouth and suck him and be like, wah, wah,
Just,
and then point at
whoops,
yourself
I
and
accidentally
stick it in your
fell.
mouth and be like, ha ha, look at how funny this is.
And he acted like it hurt. It's like, come on, I didn't punch you in the balls. I punched you in the D. Like, don't stop pretending. Nobody's going to give you any sympathy. You were the one. You were the one that whipped your D out in the first place. You think anybody's going to care if I punch you in it?
You know, just because you punched me in the D.
That's a fair point.
Just because you punched me in the D doesn't mean I didn't still have blue balls.
Yeah, but you already had them. That's why you whipped your D out. You were like, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Mr. Bluebird, put your beak in my urethra.
What do they call that? Isn't there a name for that? There's like, that's one of those little bit more oddball fetishes. What the fuck do they call that? When you like stick shit down your dick like that?
Like a bird's, like a live,
like a hummingbird.
Blue Jays beak.
Yeah.
It's called sounding. Don't pretend that you don't know what it's called.
Sounding. That's right. Sounding. Like, is that like a diving term?
Does it ring a bell? Does it sound familiar?
It doesn't.
Doc Ellis knows.
I can't fathom.
Reflecting on how much
I can't fathom
people
the depths to which
sometimes
will dive.
Which the depravity, will dive
for the sake of a laugh.
Where's Martha Arthur? We need to do the advice segment.
Yeah.
Advice.
He needs to come in here and tell us, to advise us.
Find us a real bucket
off.
juice or an off-season advice thing. Find us like the most hopeless person in the whole fucking column. Like
find me the most hopeless person on Reddit.
Find us somebody even more destitute than my stepdad wrote a mean poem about me and read it at Thanksgiving.
That's probably my favorite of all time.
Which is an actual thing that happened on the internet. This girl went to a Thanksgiving dinner and apparently her stepdad is not fond of her. Her
boyfriend's dad.
Her boyfriend's dad, her dad-in-law, wrote a fucking mean poem about her and read it at dinner. Now
Reddit.
Yeah, no, that's Reddit. That's the real Reddit.
That guy read it. That guy knows how to read it.
That is something that happened on the internet.
And
what's funny is
and the thing is that everybody at that dinner, to a person, upvoted his speech.
Yeah.
See, it's funny because it blends the roles of child and adult. You know what I'm saying? Where the adult is behaving like a child and the child is behaving like an adult and immediately going out to Reddit and asking what they think.
Well, it's kind of like what we do. I made a life of behaving like a grown-ass idiot.
Until you get old enough to realize that you should be a kid.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that.
So do you have any juice?
No.
I don't know. That's a tall order. Like, that could take a while. I don't know if...
I don't
know if Time for the Show has time for that.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us pedophile.
We can...
It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me on Time for the Show.
We can squeeze a few extra minutes out of it if we've got a...
Yeah, I think so. There's no hard ending to this. This doesn't end at 11. This ends whenever we turn the microphones off.
Yeah, there's one big bounce, and then it just drops off exponentially after that.
It's a harmonic after that, yeah.
It bounces.
All right, well,
it's a ring.
It spins like a coin, and
what do they call that? A ring? Scalpod? That's when the signal rings.
You guys carry on while I have a look then, but...
Yeah, take a look.
I'm surprised, Doc Ellis. Last week on the short bus, we had a story about a disaster of fucking epic proportions with this sounding business. Some dude thought
I missed it.
Some dude thought he could put fucking spray foam in his dick.
Oh yes, he did.
And,
Awesome.
And it went
Awesome.
like silly string?
What? No, like expando foam.
Yeah,
like silicone.
She used to seal up windows.
Oh, like
in
insulating
large gaps.
foam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Well, he really wanted to increase his R value.
Yeah, man, and he can't pee out of his dick anymore. He has to pee out of a new hole between his balls and his ass.
Like his chode is his new dick.
Oh wow.
He gets to sit down like a lady.
It really gives new definition to the word piss flap.
Dude, he's lucky he didn't die.
Is he?
The chemicals in that stuff is pretty intensive.
Yeah.
That's like, you hear about that fucking dude. He went up to his hunting cabin and he got all depressed after divorce and he shot himself in the head with a hunting rifle, but it only split his head in half and blew his face off. And he lived. He's, really lucky to be alive right now. Is he?
Really lucky.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck when you decide to kill yourself because you can't do anything right, and then you botch your own suicide.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I mean.
You
Like
want to
this
do
guy
it,
didn't
go
even
find
try
you a
to
bridge
kill
and take a
himself.
jump, but just be sure to do it right the first time. Don't be.
Yeah,
a
but this
suicide
guy
dump.
wasn't even trying to kill himself. He was just trying to make his dick hard, and he wound up with a. He might as well have shot his face in half.
But you still have not answered the question.
What is the question?
Dick get hard? Did his dick get hard?
Did it? I don't
know. That was never answered in the article as
I don't
far as
think
I
he
can
ever
This
got
and
through
see,
that
and
part.
this is the problem with modern journalism, kids.
Yeah. They're not going all the way deep into this. They need to really penetrate this story.
Journalists and
Really
Reddit
get in there.
isn't exactly the Associated Press or Reuters or anything like that. You can't expect, all the details. Like,
Reuters.
some of these
I just
people
imagine
are
a bunch of
what do I do?
writers in a newsroom sitting around getting hemorrhoids. There's the Reuters.
Ellis said details.
The details are
It's tales about the D.
Tales from the D.
Anyway, hey, I'm not a smart man or anything, but I do know a thing or two about materials. And if I had to guess what actually happened to this guy, did his dick get hard?
I don't think it would have
From a materials point of view, from a materials perspective, I'm guessing likely what happened is that, first of all, he's starting out, because it's on the topic of sounding, so he's going pretty deep with the nozzle. He's going as deep as he can.
Well, that's what it said. It got into his bladder and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, so he went all the way, and as a result, it's not like you would think that this could be a mistake where it's he just blows the tip off, where he just absolutely blows the tip off. But the problem is the sounding, which means he went much deeper and probably started filling inside in his pelvis with expando foam.
Fucking human species, what?
So he might as well have just blown his own dick off. Yeah, there's a reason that they couldn't tap in somewhere along his dick for that new pee hole. It's because his dick doesn't even exist anymore.
Wasn't there also just a story about a guy sticking AA batteries?
How did we make it through fucking nuclear age?
There was a USB
Jesus
cable
Christ,
incident.
how are we still alive?
How do we do this? Yeah, that's a good question, Ellis.
Everybody asks, in spite of humanity exists in spite of itself. That's it. That's the only answer.
Well, the thing is, just don't go too far with it.
It is trying at every waking moment, at every turn, its utmost in its true retarded fashion to do itself in, and yet, like that guy in the cabin,
just don't take it to that level. It's like Jesus said, let he who has not experimented with sounding shove the first pebble in their urethra.
No, that is counterproductive to why I've never shoved anything in my pee hole in the first place.
I'd be lying if I said I haven't. The most I've been able to do is I've got 3 Pez in there.
Like I
3
think I
Pez.
in it once.
3
when I-
long ways or vertically?
Oh, hey, look, it's
What?
a hole in my
But,
dick. That
but
was
what
the
flavor were they?
explanation.
That's what I want to know. What
That
flavor?
was it. That was
Well, there's only one way to find out, big boy. Why don't you come down here? I'm going for 4. Not this
See,
year. I'm still training.
The thing that Fidd isn't telling us, he's saying he loaded his dick like Pez, but he didn't load it. He didn't load it in through the top. He loaded it in through the bottom. That's how you know.
Yeah,
put
I
in the
shoved
whole
them up my
package,
ass,
shove it
and
up
then I
in the-
kept
and then-
queefing until they made their way to my urethra. And then they, yeah. I mean, look, it's not over yet, okay? I'm going to go for 4, but I'm going to spend a year in Denver training at high altitudes.
That's smart. That's smart.
First, yeah. Because every centimeter counts.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was a Reddit thing or if we saw it on the internet, but wasn't there a dude that shoved a fucking USB cable in his
That's
dick
what she was
hole?
just
Or was
saying.
that
Is
you
that
guys
true?
talking
Yeah, that
about?
was on a short bus or something.
So
Yeah,
what
that
kind of charge did he get? Because like I can just mind it's just finicky, the connection, it just doesn't seem to want to.
Apparently,
Well,
again,
my problem is I always plug it in the wrong way the first time, and then the second time
And
too.
it doesn't work, and then you go back.
I
and
got to
then
plug
works,
it in
and,
3
like,
times to get it in there.
Right.
well, apparently
USB-D.
also got it too far.
USB-D, underrated statement. Underrated post there, Fidulus.
It's not a matter of putting things in your pee hole. It's a matter of putting things too far in your pee hole that really makes me worry
Isn't that the
about
problem?
humans
Isn't that
as a
really the
species.
problem when it comes down to it with any hole? It's not
Like-
about what hole or what you're putting in. It's all about how far.
Like,
Yeah,
who
like-
thinks they're going to be shoving fucking Tide Pods in their pee holes.
Yeah.
When
You
you
know?
clip...
It's a
and-
good
and-
idea.
And here's a tip for the kids, too.
Dude, somebody please launch the Tide Pod pee hole challenge. And, and just because, like, there's swirls, right? And if you cut it off at the tip of the swirl, you can use it like a fucking piping bag for icing. You can squeeze it right into the fucking tip of your pee hole. And then you can pinch the dick close and you can shake it like a fucking water balloon and you can shoot bubbles. You can call it the fucking Tide Pod pee hole fucking bubble challenge.
Bubble
You
wand
have to
challenge.
wear a French chef
Bubble
hat.
wand.
It doesn't
Bubble
count.
wand.
I don't want to. No, I do. I want to see a generation of
Don't you
fucktards
lie. You do want.
squeezing Tide Pods into their pee holes, or butt chugging Tide Pods, butt
That's a
chugging
great
fabric
idea.
softener and shit.
Tide Pods.
Like,
You shove a Tide Pod in your pee hole, and then you, like, write "Let's go, Brandon" with it.
I want to shove a Tide Pod up their ass and shit fucking bubbles.
There was
You
old
guys,
up in the
all
old country.
hardcore kids are injecting jenkum directly into their irises. Come on. Get with it.
Oh,
In old country, they would. The mom trick was to when their kid keeps wetting the bed or whatever, they would take a little bit of soap and rub a little bit of soap on the tip of his dick, like right up in the pee hole there. You get it up in the pee hole.
what would
And as a result, what happens is when he starts to pee, then the water activates the soap and it starts burning the tip of his dick. So he wakes up to go to the bathroom.
like what he just stands up mid piss?
Or he just
No, it
pisses
just,
or he
it makes
pisses
his
the bed
his
anyway.
dick hurt.
He just
It
pisses
wakes
the
him up
bed
because
anyway because he's already mid piss and now he really hates everybody.
well, I mean, it's like it only takes a drop of water to activate that soap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It only
and
takes
and the
first drop.
Super villain is born.
You just want to make his
supervillain is born.
Wait for him to start pissing the bed and punch him in the dick. Like, listen, you little shit. Go to the bathroom. What?
Wasn't that kind of a catch-22? Because you put a little soap.
Stop pissing the bed.
You put a little soap on your pee hole. Doesn't that make you like want to pee? Because it kind of irritates your.
It irritates you. Yeah. Well,
how often you guys wash around your pee hole, but getting soap on my pee hole doesn't hurt. And generally, when I'm using soap, there's a lot of water around.
Well, it's about the water, you know what I'm saying? It's, I don't know. There's some kind of trick like that. I don't know. Look it up on the internet or something. But
that's why I masturbate with Bactine, so I don't have to take showers
with icy hot.
To wash my pee hole.
I did try masturbating with icy hot once when I was like 16, and they should change the name to Hot Icy because I didn't get any of the icy part.
Does it start off very icy?
No, not very much. Not very much.
I put a bunch of stuff in a roommate's fucking generous tub of lube. Like, if you don't want people to fuck with your plan B, don't show them that it's like the size of a Nivea skin cream tub. Or I'm gonna find stuff to put in it. Namely, whatever that shit they rub on your gums at the fucking dentist office. They had a little fucking... The look. The look is something I'm gonna take to my grave, and like yes, that is a man you see holding his penis, not knowing what the fuck is going on, because it started off innocently lubed, put it in a lady, now he can't feel it. This is not a face of, hey, I like what's going on here. I wish I was a better artist. I would draw it for you, but I cannot.
The silent killer is where you just come into your buddy's Jergens bottle and then wait for him to jack off and then go, ha ha, you jacked
now
off.
You're gay.
My cum is lube. You're gay now. Ha ha.
I win.
I haven't done it that many times. I'm not a monster.
Just jerk off in their lube. How long?
Well, the same thing as like, you ever pissed in somebody's shampoo bottle? Like when you were staying over their house and you took a shower?
Exactly the same thing.
Usually the conditioner, because like they've already washed their hair. If you know, so you gotta hit them with the conditioner, and that way, like if you got like chunky piss or anything like that, the conditioner's already greasy.
You should never have chunky piss.
Why? What's like a healthy amount of chunks to have in your piss?
I think 0.
Well, the thing is that those Pez capsules don't dissolve all the way in your urethra. It does leave some chunks behind.
Not entirely.
Yeah. Fuck. So anyways, yeah, you gotta piss in the conditioner because they've already washed their hair.
So anyways, yeah.
See, sage advice. This is the kind of thing you can only get here at time.
Normally, you can only get it on the Short Bus Wednesday nights on Free Think Radio. But tonight, special just for you.
Tune in next week. We'll teach you how to sneak Tabasco onto tampons.
They should just come out with like Doritos
when she's already using it. That's the trick.
Doritos should just come out with a tampon.
Hand warmers, but in tampon form.
Fidd Shuley on that point, I think Trojan did come out with a flamin' hot Cheetos flavor.
Yeah. With the scalding lubricant.
Did it have a bunch of dust in the reservoir?
Yeah, it's all orange.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of orange dust. It filled him in the reservoir tip.
Yeah.
Maybe it came with a free decoder pen. I don't know why I went there. That was the worst thing I could say. It wasn't funny at all. I just ruined the show.
It was silent laughter.
We got this far in, and everything was going good, and then I had to do that. And
we were
Smooth
taking a
sailing
moment
up
to
until
appreciate
now.
that joke for the deaf.
Way to go, Fidd Shirley.
There's another blind eye. People that stopped saying smooth move X-lax.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah. Come on, the world was a better
For a
place.
while, crocodile.
The world was a better place when guys like Stu and Gus said smooth move X-lax when you fucked up.
I think I've actually said that in my life, and I'm not going to say it again because I might have to take another shoe off, and I don't want to do that.
I think it makes a man out of you. You know, when you fuck up and some dude with a one-syllable name goes smooth move X-lax, you know? Makes you a man. You grow some balls. You're like, I'm never going to let that guy, I'm never going to let Stu or Gus say that to me ever again.
Yep, that's when you cue the montage. Training. Secretly.
The montage of you shooting jumbo-sized X-Lax bottles with your AR-15.
The montage of me shoving AA batteries into my pee hole, and then shoving C batteries into my pee hole, and shoving D batteries into my pee hole.
Is that like?
And then the 6-volt lanterns.
And then
the 6-volt lantern.
Square, the big square boys. Yep.
And then dipping.
Yep. And then I worked my way up to a Die Hard.
Car battery is next.
Yep. Got a motorcraft. Cram that thing in there, and then next thing you know, it's just a shot of me at the end of the film peeing into the ocean.
You shove your car battery up your urethra, and then you cut your dick off while the car battery's still inside, and you throw it in the ocean.
Even that should be an animation of some sort. Somebody should animate that.
I just did it in my imagination. I'm sorry you couldn't see it, but it was all there.
You know, human evolution.
Brilliant squash and stretch.
Off, it's just some ape, he's just banging his dick on a rock, and you see him in the next scene, he's smashing his fucking dick with the rock, and the next scene he's putting rocks in his dick, and then over time, you got
the caveman who invents fire, and then he shoves the flaming stick in his dick. And then the guy invents the wheel, and he shoves
smaller wheels in his dick.
Yeah, fun fact. Facts
then
aren't
wars
fun.
Break out, and you see him shoving tanks and planes in his dick. Be like an analogy of some sorts. Just somebody's got to animate.
Well, there is a way to do that. There was a French guy named Monsieur Mange Tout. Mr. Eat Everything. And he got in the Guinness Book of World Records because he eventually ate like an entire Cessna.
I fucking heard about this dude.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He ground it all up into powder and put it in his food. And eventually, yes, he did eat an entire Cessna. But it's not like he started gnawing.
Oh, sure. My question is, though, did he ever get out of the army? Did he get out of Korea?
Well, I'm just saying, if you
guys remember when Klinger tried to eat that Jeep, right?
Wow, you're going deep, bro. Hulk Hogan's heroes.
Have you found one?
No.
But I'm saying, if you can get a Guinness Book of World Records for eating a Cessna, but you actually just ground it up and put it in your food, then you should be able to do the same thing, get a world record for putting a Cessna into your dick, an entire Cessna. Just grind it up fine enough, compact it until it has until it's exceeded the Schwarzschild radius and has become actually a black hole the size of a millimeter, and then shove that black hole in your white dick. And then Guinness Book, here we come.
That is onto something.
That is some straight up hot physics porn right there, man.
You should think of because you could reasonably shove a medium-sized children's bike up your ass in this fashion.
If it were ground down and compacted.
Yeah, just get a hydraulic press, make it the size of
even if it isn't an actual world record, just to be the first person known on Earth to shove an entire bicycle up your ass. To to be able to say that out loud, I shoved a whole bike up my ass.
The possibilities are endless, basically.
What could you not shove up
Yeah,
your ass?
I mean, why
Shove
stop at a
computers up
bicycle?
your ass?
Yeah.
You could think of the most oblong shape. I shoved a 5th century fucking medieval mace up my ass.
It just happened to be ground down into a powder and
Yes.
pressed into a tablet.
Of course.
That
yes.
it could be a fetish.
I'm sure.
I
it is.
shoved 92 Atari
God damn
2600s
it.
up
Here
my
we are.
ass.
Just giving these ideas to Google over the internet. This is gonna be a whole new subgenre of weird porn sex shit on the internet soon. People shoving objects that used to be things up their ass that aren't like urns of their pets or dead grandparents.
or just ass pennies.
I have ass quarters.
There's
That's
a quarter.
That's just ass inflation for you.
Yeah, not too much unlike the guy with the silicone foam in the urethra there.
Oh man.
All the way into the bladder.
Expanding on the joke.
And it doesn't surprise me now. Like, I remember the first time I seen these things was those alien dick dildos that fucking shit the eggs out in you. Those are like,
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah, everyone knows about those, right?
Come on,
I got one of those at Toys R Us for $29.
Really? You guys have never seen this shit? I have a hard time believing that not even Fidd has come across these.
No, I'm a Christian.
Like, I've seen these things in like memes and like on the internet and that kind of shit.
Oh, I don't look at the internet.
So this is a dildo that deposits little pills into your fucking uterus as you
Like
fuck yourself
fucking
with it.
Surprise size eggs by the look of it.
They're alien eggs.
Yeah,
It's about a fetish that has to do with
Xenomorph.
being
Xenomorph
impregnated
alien.
by an alien.
Let's be
Pony
specific
cock.
here. They're not like it's not like they're ET eggs. They're xenomorph eggs.
Well, they're like
exactly, like from Alien, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
they're like silicone eggs that look like tapered sections of penis.
Not to be confused with predator eggs.
Which is really just a blast of hot Mountain Dew Code Red in your face.
So,
But you
like,
can't.
that's what
No,
I'm
you
saying.
can't. You don't.
So-
You haven't seen a predator egg because they're cloaked.
Looking at that, it was just a matter of time before somebody started looking at their pee hole, being like, I wonder if they're gonna have like little mini versions of these like probes, like these long probes that like insert like, you know, little sugar pills or some kind of shit into their pee hole that like dissolves. Like, you know, like little dye pills so they can pee green or some weird fucking after fetish shit.
That could probably make some money.
You know,
Ooh, you
So
could
they
even
could
make it
pee a
like
different color, so
I
they
don't
can
know the
pee
furries
like
that already doing
something
it.
that's
I
not
tried-
red.
I remember
tried not
years
to
ago.
acknowledge furries as
I remember years ago one of my aunts asking
thing to
me
get angry
if I
about.
thought that they could develop a pill that would make your ejaculates have different flavors.
You know, you guys are all like you're so close. You're so close. The actual $1 million idea is colored vapes.
colored vape.
If you could turn
Like
the
vapes
vape,
that only colored people can use.
Now, the smoke has to be a color, or could it be illuminated with the vape pen itself has an LED on it that illuminates the cloud?
so it
This one is a lot easier to do than the other.
That's probably a good gimmick there to put like a little
LED on there. Yeah.
LED to light up your smoke.
no, I'm talking straight up yellow number 5, blue number 23. I'm talking colored vape smoke.
You remember when they figured out, like, not very long
most
ago, that
carcinogenic.
red is actually carcinogenic or whatever?
Give me
Like
all
red
of the
5 or whatever, and then they
carcinogens and
outlawed it?
nothing else.
Well, the going joke when I was in middle school was that yellow number 5 decreased your sperm count, and there was a really popular drink at the time called Surge Cola, and it had yellow number 5. And if you got caught drinking Surge, even though we were all like 11, you'd get made fun of because you don't have any sperm anymore. And I remember telling that I said that in the middle of class, and I was like, no, I don't drink that. It lowers your sperm count. And the teacher said to me, my 11-year-old ass in front of everybody in the class, what the fuck do you need your sperm for? And everybody laughed at me, and then I went home and killed myself. Yeah. That's the story of how I committed suicide.
I can totally
That's a sad story. It's a very illustrative story.
He said fuck! He said fuck in front of a classroom.
He
was talking about my testicles.
Well, here was your original problem. You can drink the yellow number 5. That's fine. You have to offset it with the Mambo number 5.
Mambo? What the fuck color is that?
It's anti-yellow.
Like, okay,
not to be confused with purple.
It's the color of your mom.
On a semi-serious sort of stupid question that goes along with like all the unsuccessful preparations before H, are there colors that accompany pre-yellow 5? Like, is there a yellow number 2?
Yellow 1. Like, what happened to yellow 1 through 4?
Like, what colors of yellow are those? Or are they? Is it a different number because it's a different application?
Well,
like,
it's I hear that question. I've actually, right, or Heinz 57.
Did they just skip yellow number 2 because that would be way too confusing for everybody? Like yellow.
Well, Heinz 57 is a little different because
regardless of how many revisions there were.
At yellow number 2, watch out where the Huskies go.
Must make himself loud again.
Scalpod, turn up your radio.
Okay, I'll put the microphone down my gullet. Is that better?
Put it in your urethra.
Tape it to like.
That's way real sounding. Yeah.
Tape it to like.
How does it sound? How do I sound? How do I sound now, everybody? Here, hang on a second. Let me stretch a little bit further and shove a little bit harder. Now, how do I sound?
Just like that. Apparently.
I want to hear that skin stretching. Come on, you can do better than that.
Yeah.
I want to hear that skin tearing. You gotta want it.
This wants to sound like something I'm gonna hear on Ukrainian Pornhub.
No pain, no pain.
No pain, no rubles.
No pain, no Ukraine.
By the way, I'm selling my male panties online on the internet to Ukrainians for 50% off right now because they're in a war zone.
That's noble. That's noble of you.
They're going to need panties.
They're going to need discounts.
They're going to need men's used panties, which is basically just my boxers that I've been hanging out in for a couple of days, is what I learned. I learned a lot today.
Well, what you should have learned is that Doc Fox has a ready stock of actual male panties that he's been wearing.
Why are you selling your underwear?
So you should be selling Doc Fox's male panties.
There's fucking weird people out there that'll buy shit like that, apparently.
Well, I'm sure while Dr. Fox was in the hospital getting his stubbed penis treated, he got some of those great hospital socks, the two-sided things with the fucking with the treads, those rubber treads on them. How about this? Hospital socks, the best socks. True or untrue? Discuss.
Hospital socks?
Are they really socks or are they booties?
They're kind of like little booties.
Yeah, what's the difference between a sock and a booty? There's one of them that you've ejaculated into, and the other one is a booty.
Well,
awesome.
Well, there's
awesome.
That.
All right. Well,
that was outstanding.
Thanks, everybody. Good job. Yay, us. Go home, team. No, seriously. Like, go home. team.